Hello, my dear student. I myself, Praful Prajapati, welcome to you in THAVANAU PANCHAMRUT, coordinated by GSTV and the HB Kapadia group of schools. Students, nowadays you are busy with your exam preparations, right? So, let us discuss some topics, let us discuss some tips which will be very helpful to you to get more marks in your board exam. Students, in today's episode, we are now going to discuss our paper scheme and the important question and what the matters we should keep in our mind and what we should avoid. Students, let's start from our paper style. Students, as we know that our English question paper is divided into two parts, part A and part B. Part A is generally MCQ type of questions. In this part you will be asked 50 questions and you will get 50 marks out of it. It means it is very important part for you, because part 2 is totally written type of part, and in that written part there may be many possibility of your mistakes, but this is MCQ type of parts. There is, you do not have to write for writing, means you can get maximum marks for part A. Students, in part A, question 1 to 7 will be asked as extracts and it will be asked for 7 marks. This part is asked from our text from lesson 1 to 50, and at the end of each question you will be given 4 options. First, read the extract carefully and read all the options also carefully, and then decide which is the proper answer, which is the proper option for your questions, and then darken your circle. And students, in after extracts you will be asked a question number 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. From comprehension you will be given a paragraph from your supplementary reading book named a black book. It will be given asked for 5 marks, and also you will be given another paragraph from black book. It will be also for 5 marks. Students, in this paragraph, first read the paragraph carefully and then find out the answer and then find out the proper answer for your question and then darken your circle. But keep in mind that if you have once a mistake in darkening the circle, then you can never remove it, and this type of question, in this type of questions you will get maximum mark. So, never worry at any cost. After comprehension, students, you will be given unseen paragraph. In the same way you will be also given 5 questions, and at the end of each questions you will be given 4 options. In the same way, after understanding your question better, you should decide your answer and there you should darken the circle. After that, students, you will be given a paragraph as a non-verbal paragraph. Students, in this paragraph you will be asked 5 blanks, and these questions may be on the based of any table, based of any advertise, based on any map or graph. First study the data carefully again and then read the question carefully and decide which is the most proper answer. And then after non-verbal you will be asked a question from the poem. As we know that our poem 1, 3 or 4 is asked for reciting, means in this poem we will be asked a question. It means we have to prepare poem number 2, second, poem number 5, poem number 6. You will be asked 3 questions and you will get 3 marks for it. This is our textual part, and students, in this MCQ type of questions, now we are going to discuss our grammar section, which is very important for you, and most of the students may do mistakes in this question. Students, our question number 31st to 35 will be asked as verb forms. In this question, this is the most important question for all students. What you have to do, I would like to tell you, student, first read the paragraph carefully, then decide which is the best and proper tense according to your sentence. It may be on simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future, simple modal auxiliary, or it may be on present continuous tense, past continuous tense, present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and there are another questions on infinitive, present participle and perfect participle. First decide which type of tense belonged to your blank, and after deciding your tense you should decide which type of form it is. It may be either in active or in passive. After deciding the voice and after deciding the tense, you should read 4 options and then decide most properly, most appropriate options for your answer. After verb form, students, you will be asked a paragraph named verb form. It will be asked word formation. It will be asked for 3 marks. In these questions, you will be asked your blank on base of noun, base of verb, base of adverb and base of adjective. Again, first read the paragraph carefully and then decide where it is necessary noun or verb or adverb or adjective, and then choose your answer given at the end of the questions. And students, after verb formation, you will be asked a paragraph for idioms and phrases. Students, we know that these idioms and phrases will be asked at the glossary from given at the end of each lesson. So, I would like to advise you once again go through the all words of glossary given at the end of the every lesson, and it will be very helpful to you. And then which is the closest meaning, which is the nearest meaning for your underlined part, find out it from the options, and I am sure that you can get 3 marks out of it. After all, and then 45 to 50 questions you will be asked as editing. In this you will be based on grammar mistakes, and also there are 4 options for your help, and so read the paragraph carefully and choose proper answer, and I am sure that you will get maximum marks from these. Students, now after part A we are going to discuss part B. Students, as we know that our part A was related to MCQ type of question, it means we should not have to write anything, but this is the totally written based part. It means in this part, students, only what to write is not important, but how to write is also equally important. Only our answer is not important, but our written expression, our writing and proper space between words, all the punctuation marks are also necessary. Let us discuss our part B. Student, as we know that our part B is asked for 50 marks and we will be given 120 minutes for our part B. Our part will be, there will be 4 sections, and first we are going to discuss section A. In section A, students, you will be given 5 extracts from your lesson 1 to 15. And here we are given the extracts, means there is no need for cramming, only there is need for understanding. In part B, we are going to discuss section A. Students, in this section you will be asked 5 extracts and you will have to its question answer. At the end of every question you will be asked 2 questions, as we have discussed in our former part. Then question number 11 is most important question. In these questions you will be given 2 short notes and you have to attend only 1 short notes. Students, for your helping, the clues will be given. So what you should do, I would like to tell you, first read both the titles and the helping point, and then decide on which topic you can write better, and then decide your short note, which short note you should write. For that, student, we have drawn out some important short note from you. Let us go through some important short note. Student, from lesson number 1, the selfish giant. From lesson number 2, Shepherd's wheat. From lesson number 3, the Indian flag. From lesson number 4, the accident of Bunty, and then how to prevent noise pollution from lesson number 5. Then another important short notes we have to prepare: the wonderful creation, the chronobiology, and then diamond and exceptional stone, and then Julian, a courageous girl, is also one of the important short notes. Students, then the underwater boat and time shuttle 1, TS1, and then Helen, a gifted learner. Students, all these short notes are very important, and moreover you should prepare only those short notes which are given at the end of in the exercise. Now we are going to discuss section B. Students, in this section you will be asked 2 long questions which you have to prepare only from the exercise. There is no need to find out the important question from any other material. You have to prepare from the textual and the board paper questions. Students, after that the completion of line will be asked. In this part you will be asked the incomplete part from our poem number 1st, 3rd and 4th. So you should prepare only these 3 poems for this mark, and it will help you to get 2 marks. Students, then question 15, 16 and 17 will be asked as complete the sentence. You will be given 3 incomplete sentence and you have to complete it with the help of the clues given in the bracket. Students, in this part you will be asked the question pattern of when, while, as, before, after, as soon as, etc. And then you will be also asked in jumble parts. In these parts you will be given disorder parts. First read all the parts and then decide what is the proper order, and then rewrite the complete sentence, and this will help you to get 3 marks. Students, then question number 18 is asked as change the text. In this paragraph, in this question you will be given a paragraph and you have to convert it according to instruction. Sometimes you may be asked on the gender, you may be asked on voice, you may be asked on the tense means verb form, and you may be asked the paragraph on singular or plural form, and then you have to convert it according to suggestion. And after a short break we will going to discuss section C, and as we know that our section C and section D is written type of section. So this is very important for you. In this question, in this section you will have to some tips keep in your mind where you can mistake. Students, first question number 19 is asked as a report writing, and it will be asked for 5 marks. Students, you may be asked this type of question: write a report on the sports day organized in your school. You have to write this report in about 80 words. You have to narrate this report in just a single paragraph, and then you have to write the report in past tense, because this you have to write the report on the topic which is already occurred in the past. So write the report in past tense, and the good report should be narrated in passive voice with the help of the slogan to be plus past participle. And in many board questions, students, there are so many report asked, just like the celebration of 15th August in your school, the celebration of Republic Day in your school, the cleanliness campaign in your school, the tree plantation week in your school. Students, all these reports are very important for you, but all this writing you have to keep their mind. There are so many common sentence you can write in any type of report. Just I would like to draw your attention that first you have to write the title in the middle, and then right side top you have to write the date and place, and then you should start with this type of word. Yesterday a sports day was organized in our school. It was organized on our playground. Then you have to write the following report according to the subject. At the end of every report, students, you should write in this way. At the end of the day, a short speech was given by our principal. In his speech, our principal thanked the chief guest, and he also congratulated the students for giving cooperation, and you should end your letter with this line. At the end, our national anthem was sung by all of us, and then you should go forward. And students, now report writing, we should go to message or notice writing. Our question number 20 is asked as a message writing. Students, in this question you will be given a telephonic conversation. Read the telephonic conversation carefully, then decide who is the person to give the message, to whom you should give the message, and for whom you should give the message. And you please remember that you should convert the message in only 40 words. And you may be asked notice writing in this question. It will be also for 4 marks. Students, in this question, suppose you may be asked Ajay Patel, the GS of the HB Kapadia High School, write a notice about the selection of the hockey team. Student, first you should write the title in the middle on the top, that the selection came for hockey. Then you should write right side the date, and then you should start in this way. We are going to organize a selection camp for the students of standard 9 and 10th. The interested students are advised to enroll their number to the respected class teachers before 15th March. And students, then at the end of the notice writing, you will have to mention the name of the writer, his position, and the name of the institute. Students, after message and notice writing, you will be asked a paragraph of reported speech, which will be asked for 4 marks. You very know that this is also called direct indirect speech. You will be given a conversation paragraph. In this paragraph, first read the paragraph carefully, then decide either it is assertive sentence or it is interrogative sentence, it is imperative sentence or exclamatory sentence. After deciding very well the type of the sentence, you should start to narrate your speech. As for example, the Ajay said to Jay, where are you going? Student, then you should write the answer. Ajay asked Jay, and if the question is beginning with WH question, you should put the connective WH question in the same way, where he was going, and the following sentence you should also write in the same way. In this question, you have to remember that there should not be any question mark in the answer, there should not be any there should not be any exclamatory marks, and there should not be inverted commas in your answer, because we are going to narrate it in indirect speech. In indirect speech, these type of punctuation are not necessary except full stop. Students, after going to discuss section C, now we are going to discuss section D, which is very important for all the students, and this is asked as question number 22. In these questions, you will be asked 2 essays, and you have to write only 1 essay. So what you should do? You should do to read both the title and the clues given for your helping them very carefully, and then decide on which title you can write better, and then you have to narrate your essay. Students, just please keep remember that you have to narrate the essay in 100 words, and you have to write in just only a paragraph. It means you should not, there is no need for making another paragraph. And for your help, we have drawn out some important essay which may be asked in your board exam. Students, now we are going to go through all the titles of the important essay. First, the teacher I like most. Students, as we know that we should start our essay with introductory lines, and then we should write the main theme at concluding paragraph at the end. As we know that the another is trees are our best friend. Students, in this essay you should write the introductory paragraph first, as like trees, as we know that trees are our best friend. Trees are the human beings, to the most important gifts of God to the human beings. And then there are again the clue lines for your helping line, and you should write your essay with including all these clues. And no doubt you can write another point also, but you must include all the clue points. Another important essay is books our best friend. Then my favorite festival is also one of the best essay. A visit to a zoo, the computer, the pollution, my nation India is also one of the important essays. My mother and ecosystem, my role and responsibility. Students, you are again advised to go through the title which are only given in the textbook and which have been asked in the board question papers. Never try to find any important or any other material from anywhere. In short, you should rely on textbook and the questions which was asked in board papers last time. After discussing how to write essay, students, now we are going to discuss one of the most important questions, and that is letter writing. Students, in this question you will be given two titles and you have to choose only one. So you are again advised to write both the titles carefully, and also there are clues for your help. So you should also read those clues and then decide on which letter you can write better. And now I would like to say that first, on the right side top, you should write the name and the address of the writer, which is already given your question paper. And writing the address, you should keep the matter that at every step of the address you should put comma, and only at the end at the end of the name of the city, as for example Ahmedabad, you should only put the full stop. And after writing the name and address, you should mention the date below the address. And then left side on the top, you should write the addressee, means to whom you are going to address your letter. My dear friend, my dear father, my dear uncle. In this way you can write the addressee. Then students, you should start your first question in this way: my dear friend, I received your letter yesterday. I was very glad to read it. I am fine here. You will be also fine there. And students, after completing, you should write the main theme of the letter, and at the end of the letter you should conclude your letter with the common sentences as like: convey my regards to your parents and give my love to younger brother and sister. And students, please keep all this in mind, and then I am sure that you will get more and more marks in your English question paper. Students, feel confident, be positive, and I am sure that you will write better and best. And I am sure that you will get more marks as our previous year students have got in the board exam. So I would like to wish you all the best on behalf of GSTV and HB Kapadia group of schools.